Hello and welcome to Ignite with Mwangala, with me, Mwangala Chakalashi Santos. Now remember, the aim of this show is to bring you real people with real stories meant to leave a lasting and positive impact on your lives. Now on today's show, we're talking to two young, amazing ladies. You know, when we talk about innovations, the first thing that comes to people's mind is obviously it's guys. But this time around, it's actually two young ladies that have decided to change, or rather turn what we normally call traditional way of doing business into the e-commerce, or rather technology way of doing business. With me is Musole Muhelu and Changwe Mulenga. Welcome to Ignite with Mwangala.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Talking innovations, and we're talking to two beautiful young ladies. How's that? Great.
Yeah.
Now, first things first. In this pandemic, everybody's talking about masking up. I've got my mask. We all have our masks.
Yes.
But we just wanted to make sure that people can see us and they can hear us. Welcome to Ignite with Mwangala.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Now, today we're talking about handmade innovations. And you happen to be the co-founders, am I right? But before we talk about the business, let's talk about the two of you. You know, I'm a strong believer of doing business with people that you can trust. So before we even talk about the business that you're doing, let's talk about your friendship. Where is it coming from? Who would like to go first?
I can go first.
Okay.
Well, it started way back. We're like family friends.
Mm-hmm.
I knew her from my older sister because she's been friends with her for a very long time. So that's how the friendship began.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can't really put a timeline because, like, you know, it's a little bit vague, but we've been friends for a long time.
All right, so you trust each other.
Yes.
You love each other in a nice way.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about the innovation that you came up with, or rather, let's talk about handmade. And you happen to be the co-founders. What is handmade? Is it handmade or handmade?
Handmade.
Handmade. Okay.
A handmade. A mate is just like a friend.
Oh, like a handmade. I like that. Yeah, so let's start from there. Let's first talk about why you chose that name and what it means.
Well, we basically chose the name because, first of all, people are always looking for somebody who's handy. Around, like even around the house, you want somebody who's hands-on. Mm-hmm. So that's where the handy came from. And then the mate is just to signify like somebody you can relate to, a friend or something. So handy mate, a person that is hands-on and relatable.
Beautiful. Wow. Okay. So what is handy mate?
Handymate is an e-commerce business. So basically we have a platform that enables clients and vendors to come together and basically trade. So the way it works, we have different kinds of vendors. So what happens is that we vet them before we actually do bring them onto the platform, because what we're trying to sell to the people is basically somebody that's trustworthy, reliable, and convenient. Because this is somebody that you're going to bring around your home. So we just want to make sure that the person that you're actually bringing is somebody that you can trust, somebody you're not worried about in case the person comes to your home, they're going to scam you or they're going to steal from you. So basically we vet our people before we actually bring them onto the platforms to enable that when clients actually do come through, they are set and they don't have to worry about anything, they don't have to be scared, but they know that where they're coming onto the platform, this is a platform that has got vetted professionals. So even though we come onto, we're rest assured that everything is set.
Mm-hmm. Now let's talk about your platform. I'm sure there are people watching at home and they're wondering, what platform are they talking about? In this case, we're talking about e-commerce. Why e-commerce?
Times are changing. Yes, times are changing. So by 2025, everybody would have a smartphone, everybody would be using the internet. So it just makes life easier to have something readily available on your phone and just say, oh, I'm looking for this, or I'm looking for someone, instead of the traditional ways of always doing something of, you call somebody, you ask them to say, I'm looking for this kind of a person, and usually such isn't reliable because they can tell you, oh, this person is really good, they can come to your house and they can help you with this, but then you can't really trust that they won't make mistakes or they won't be accountable for anything that happens. So we basically just said, okay, this is something that we can come up with. This is something we can look into and enable ourselves and the people out there to actually have a reliable means of accessing different kinds of vendors.
Okay, amazing. I mean, when we talk about innovations, when we talk about technology, when we talk about e-commerce, it's always guys. And here I am sitting with two amazing young ladies. Why is that? Do you have a guy in your team?
No,
Wow.
no men allowed. Okay.
Clearly, no. We got this.
It's a team run by ladies.
Okay.
Yes.
So you started everything from the scratch, your websites, everything done by you guys.
Okay, so on that part, we had to get people that are into IT to build our website for us and build our app, because we are not IT people. So we had to make sure we find somebody that is good enough to do that for us, because we had the vision, but then in order for you to put a vision into play, you need to bring together certain elements in order for it to become a reality.
Talking about the vision, where do you see this vision going? And when did you start?
We started in 2019. That was basically just the ideas, talking about it and seeing, is this really going to work? Is this something we can make work? So I started in 2019, and hopefully in the next 2 to 5 years, we're seeing ourselves expanding to different provinces of Zambia and, of course, Africa as well.
Yeah, so just to add on, our short-term goal right now is to go nationwide, that's in Zambia, and then we'll expand. South Africa is our next country on the list. Then after that, I think we'll target each and every country in Africa.
So inspiring. Where did you get the inspiration from? I mean, girls your age, allow me to call you girls, cause, or is it ladies? Ladies your age are busy running around with, things that don't really make a lot of sense. But here you are with projections of hitting the entire Africa. Where did you get your inspiration from?
For that one, I think it's really vague, even how all this started. Because like I said, it was basically just ideas, because everybody has ideas. So you eventually think about something, oh, maybe we should do this, maybe we should do that. So it was just one of those things that were actually just talked about, saying, oh, okay, maybe we can actually do this, maybe we can actually do that. So that's how it really started, 2019. I remember it was around August, somewhere there. We'll just be talking about it with one of our colleagues. She lives in South Africa at the moment. That's why actually the next country we plan to target is South Africa. Yes, so basically just talked about it. Oh, actually we can do this. We can think about it, see how it works. Oh, okay, that's how it even started. Eventually we formed a group. We were talking about it more often, and we were like, okay, this could actually work. If we actually put our minds to it, this is something really good, and it can make a difference. Then COVID hit, and it actually gave us, it gave us a push, yes.
I think what COVID did, it pushed all of us out of our comfort zones, if I may say that, to really do, the things that we had banked and said, look, I'm going to do this another time, because we saw a number of people dying. Not only that, we saw a lot of people lose their jobs. We were all hit to ground zero. We literally had to pick ourselves from ground zero to, to where you are now. Now, let's talk to the young girls that are watching you now. What does it take to do what you're doing?
Well, the first thing that you have to do is have a vision, because, the great people, as they say, the great minds, they always say if you can envision it in your mind, then you can touch it in your hands. So if you have a vision, don't just end on dreaming, because it can become a reality. Just work towards it. If you have a vision, start planning to say, what exactly do I need in order to make this a reality? And then start working towards that every day. Because if you're being lazy about it, nobody's going to come and see what's in your mind and say, oh, she has a smart plan, let me help her put it into play. So you need to work towards your visions and your dreams.
Musole?
Like she has said, nobody will really come into your mind and say, oh, this is what somebody is thinking. So it actually takes a lot to put certain things into place. And the more you delay, other people take things up. Because you can't be the only person thinking about this. We've actually heard of so many people and different kinds of companies trying to start up the same thing. And people also have said, oh, I actually had an idea just like this one, but then I've been slacking. I didn't really put it into play. And because this is something we thought about, like I said, in 2019, it was just ideas and all that. And we were sort of thinking it won't work. But if we didn't try, we wouldn't be where we were right now.
Yeah.
And if we just decided to leave it be, somebody else would have taken it up, somebody else would have made it work and would have been saying, oh,
We actually have this idea.
And you know, that's what happens. Have you noticed? That's what happens. You may have a thought, you may have an idea, and the more you take long, the next thing you see is somebody doing the exact thought or idea that you had. Yes. I like this. So you got the idea, ran with it. Yes. Let's talk about challenges. I'm sure every business has challenges. I like the plenty challenges. Let's talk about the challenges because, you know, people think that people just become, you know, entrepreneurs just become, big business people just become. They go through quite a lot. And I think it takes a lot of inner strength to actually overcome. So let's talk about some of the challenges that you have faced at Handy Met.
You know, the way you said, people just think, you just become. It has reminded me of something I saw on social media. Somebody was like, I started my business with just one chicken. So we started our business with just a smartphone. I'm joking.
I was gonna do it. One smartphone?
One smartphone, a techno. I'm
don't
joking.
work like that.
we really don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've experienced a few challenges along the way in the sense that, you know, when you're trying to put something into reality, the way you think about it is not the way it's going to go. It's not going to go as planned. So, you know, you can be seated saying, no, it's going to run like this. And then when you actually start doing it, there's other obstacles that come in, like you need to engage other people. And for our platform, because we're dealing with service providers, you need to engage the service providers. In your head, you might have said they're going to agree. But then here you come to somebody and they're used to the traditional way of doing business. Yeah. And you have to convince them to say, listen, the world is going digital. You will remain behind if you at least don't give it a try. We're not saying do away with your traditional way of doing business, but then it's just a platform that will help you gain more clientele and do your business better. But then,
business on the phone, it's never happened in Africa.
Yeah, yeah.
In Zambia,
so it's something new. People are very resistant to change. So it's very hard to change their mindset and just get them on board. So one day at a time, I guess.
Oh, great. So what are you doing? Talking about mindset, I mean, well, I've been privileged. I've been doing business online. I think for now, this is my 13th year. So at least I know that you can actually make money using the e-commerce platform. Now, talking about the mindset of people, what are you doing to help them, especially as the older generation, to understand that that's where we're going, whether you like it or not? Now people can actually watch TV on their phones, isn't it? Yeah. You can do a lot of things. You can do school on your phone. You can do banking on your phone. You can do literally everything on your phone. What are you doing to change the mindset of the older generation like myself?
I'm glad you said the older generation.
Yeah.
I think COVID has really helped because people's mindset has already started changing slowly because they've gotten to see that in order for them to make it in this COVID era, they need to change a few areas of their life. So people are getting more comfortable with doing business over the phone. So it's been a little bit easier because of COVID, but there are still some older generations.
Yeah. At least I'm not one of those older generations.
I would give an example of my aunt. Oh, just to get her to sign on to the platform. She's going to watch. Yes, you.
Auntie, you've been put on the spot.
And you know what really made her just shun away from the platform? I asked her one question. I'm like, do you have a tip-in? She's like, Tip-in? Why are you asking for my tip-in? I'm like, it's just a KYC. We just need to get enough details about the people that are getting on the platform for security's sake. She's like, no. Once you just include ZRA, I'm out of the picture. So, you know, there's people that actually have difficulties with even banking online. Most people don't want to use their card payment on the platform. they would rather use mobile money. So, you know, we have all those challenges with the older generation.
Oh my God, you really have a lot of work to do. So when we come back on the other side, we talk about where we see handmade in the next 2 to 5 years, and some of the interesting or more innovations that are coming from you, because I see, I mean, from e-commerce, I am certain that this is not the end.
No, it's not.
I love that.
It's just the beginning.
It's just the beginning. So on the other side, we continue talking to Musole and Changwe. Please stay with us.
Oh, na tutu. Sawa sawa. Ndabola tutu nywe tuganga dawa ababalombe. Oh. Usimbi wangu bevo.
No atate babia.
Umtoka kanya mukoko kabenzi nina.
Kutakulwa kambotoka kakasika coronavirus.
Ndawambira ndakwambira masiku tako niwati mvida. Mba supermarket baso.
Waile mama.
Mashtaze waile.
Kuli zinto zinjemwe.
Yizinto bani bakutshalo waile.
Oza. Ndari yowe. Iwe. Chachitika kunjengeni.
Ndaipompo nona.
Mutu wako olabereka kabotio. Wapomponera zinjinge.
Kwakasika ulwazi. Obulwazi batata tabuyanze kwendenda. Tabuyanze kwanzanya. Tabuyanze zokuja nkabantu banje. Obulwazi bulajaya. Apo obulwazi batata. Tabuyanze kuti chindi chonse kamjani kabantu banje zokulumelesa nyanzi ape bulezi tondezo zakaina zokuteti muntu obulwazi bulabuchiswa. Zitondezo zakaina kuli kuchiswa mutwe. Sini kolo mubiri kupia zazitondezo zakainezi. Obulwazi buli kwabila kwinda mukusamba kumanza chinchonse ansipa amanzi clean. Apa kunana akate kwakaitwa kuti nze can sanitizer.
Oho, hand sanitizer. Okay. Kubanga wakome naye, why? Kubanga wakome.
Remember to wash your hands with soap regularly. For more information, call 909. This message is supported by the Ministry of Health in partnership with Oxfam.
Welcome back. If you're joining us now, I am talking to beautiful Musole and Changwe, the founders of HandyMet. It's an e-commerce business platform. Now, before we went on break, obviously we're talking about why ladies. Can we dive deep into that questions? Why ladies? And you just told me on break that the four of you are actually behind HandyMet.
Yes.
Okay, so all ladies.
All ladies.
Why is that? Do I qualify?
Yes, you do. Because you're a lady.
Because I'm a lady.
Yes.
Yeah. You said something that was very interesting on break, you know, when I asked the question, why are you just working with ladies and why not guys?
We're living in a man's world, so it's very hard for people to actually conceive that ladies can do something out there, especially in the manner of the initiative that we have taken. So they would probably think, no, it's guys. And if we were to add more guys to our team, unfortunately, right now we're not, but like if we were to add more guys to our team, everybody would probably think the guys are the ones that came up with the idea, and then they incorporated the ladies just to have a gender balance or something like that. But this initiative is just for the ladies. We'll probably have guys along the way, but
not anytime soon.
not anytime soon.
Or the guys are the ones that will be busy running around now getting the
Errand
business
boys.
for you. Oh, sorry, guys.
No, but then it shouldn't come out as though we're discriminating the other gender, but then
It's just to show that, you know, women can also do something, you know, with their lives, can also come up with such an innovative, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. So how easy is it to navigate on HandyMate? Now, you're talking to the older generation. That's me. I am looking for a plumber. What do I do? What do I have to do?
it's very easy to navigate because our platform has been designed in such a way that you can either be a guest user or you can register on the platform and have a profile on the platform. And if you have any difficulties, our customer care is 24/7. You can easily give them a call and they will guide you through. But then if you're looking for a plumber and you do not want to sign up on the platform or you do not want to register, you'll be a guest user and you just type what you're looking for on our homepage. Then it's going to bring you the category and you pick which subcategory. I'm looking for a plumber to fix a drain, or I'm looking for a plumber because this maybe to come fix a sink or put fittings in the house. So you get to choose the subcategory. Then after that, you fill in your details, your project details. Where is your project located? Where is your home? What city is it? Is it Lusaka? Is it Copperbelt? Is it in Zambia, first of all? What country is it? Then after that, you have to state your budget. Because remember, we are assuring you to say you will find these service providers at your budget. Like whatever it is you say you have, somebody is there waiting to do the job for you.
Wow.
Exactly. So that's why it's a bidding process. The service providers will have to bid according to the budget that you have put up on the platform. So this project is only going to go through once funds are transferred into escrow with us. Because we're trying to do away with the issue of somebody comes to work at your house, you had agreed on 500 kwacha, then you say, boy, kwetefeka 450 na iwe.
On in Congole.
Oh, in Congole, let me get your number. Yeah, because the other person also needs the money. That's the reason why they're doing that job. So we'll hold the money into escrow for you. Once the service has been done, then we'll release the funds to the service provider.
So I know, Musole, you said, you know, all these vendors that are coming or people that want to be on your platform go through a vetting process. How do you identify that these are trustworthy people?
When we first started, what we did is that we were looking at different kinds of social media. And to our surprise, that was the time the mayor was actually posting to say there are different people maybe offering different kinds of services. So we actually found that most of the categories that we have listed down, he was actually mentioning to say, oh, we have these people, they are very young, innovative, and they may be car wash services, mobile. He would just mention different kinds of service providers, and we actually thought to say, okay, these are people that we could use for the fact that he's actually their referral, and he's seen to say that, okay, these people that actually came to my house and did these things for me were actually good. So what we did, we first compiled a list, and then we started reaching out to these people, going through their details and whatever they would provide on their portfolios, and would actually call them to say, okay, we have this value proposition for you. This is what we're offering, and this is what we have to say. We have a platform to you, and this is what's going to happen. So we basically compiled a list, looked through all these people, and once they agree to say they are available or they're interested, then the vetting process begins.
Okay. So what are some of the products and services that one can find on HandyMate? HandyMate, okay.
Yes. So right now it's just services.
Okay.
So we have plumbing, we have electricians, we have gardeners, we have beauticians, nails, hair, and also barbershops for the guys. We also have maids, we have tutors, we have dog groomers, and maids as well.
Yeah. Then on the media side as well, there's a marketing segment for those that are into marketing or the media guys.
Okay. So my guy is qualified to be on HandyMate. Okay. Do I qualify to be on HandyMate?
Yes, you do. You know, the beauty about HandyMate is you can be a client and a service provider because you can switch between the two accounts. Because if you come on the platform today and you say you're looking for somebody to do lighting in the studio, you find that person. But then what happens if you can actually provide a service yourself? We're not limiting you. So you can switch the account and become a service provider as well. So it's a win-win for everybody that comes on the platform. I can be a client and I can be a service provider.
Okay. So what does it take for me to be a service provider?
Well,
Am I paying anything?
No.
there's no payment.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Because basically,
So how is it working for you? Where are you getting the money from?
Chelete.
Them mullah.
There is a service charge that is attached to the platform. For every project, there is a service charge. But then, as at now, for all our service providers, it is free once you register. There is no service charge that will be charged to you. But for the client, there is a minimal percentage as service charge.
So it's from those minimal charges that's where HandyMate is making their money. Yes. How much money have you made so far? You don't have to be exact because you know what's going to happen. The young boys out there will start coming after you.
Guys.
Has it worked from the time you started?
From the
Or
time
is it work in progress?
it's work in progress because, you know, once you bring something new to the general public, you need to make sure they are comfortable first because they'll start feeling like you're ripping them off or something. So we're trying to make sure that everybody's comfortable first before we even start to make our money. So the service charge is very minimal. And on top of that, you know, banks have their own charges. So us holding the money for you and paying out, we're also incurring different charges on the other side. So it's basically just helping us run the business. Wow. We haven't yet started making our money.
Okay, interesting. So obviously you give us the website so that we can go and check out HandyMate and either be a service provider or a client. So everybody who's watching Ignite with Mwangala, we are asking you to support the young ladies so that, you know, in the next 3 to 5 years, they're going to be the big names of Zambia, not just Zambia, but Africa. Now, talking about you becoming big names, you know what happens? Musole, are you married?
No, I'm not.
Changwe, are you married?
Nope.
No. Okay. So here's what happens. When you get yourself up there, you know that you tend to intimidate the guys. Did you know that? Did you know that side of things? I like the way you're saying yes. True. That is a path that you're going to walk on. Yeah. Guys tend to be intimidated with successful women. Are you ready for that?
Yes.
Born ready.
Really?
Yes.
It simply means it's either you have to get married to a guy who's way better than you, or a guy who understands and appreciates your passion, or a guy who's going to support you. But to get those guys, I like them. Well,
I think
let's have that discussion, ladies.
if it's meant to be, it's going to happen. Because, you know, most women tend to reduce themselves in order for them to, like, find somebody. But I don't think that's the case for us. You have to love me for me. If you think you can't handle it, what makes you think you're going to handle me 10 years from now? Because I'm going to be better.
Like that. So, is that the same for you, Musole?
Yes, it's the same.
Love me or love me?
Yes, that's true.
Love me or love me? Oh, wow. Are you guys in a relationship? I'm putting you on the spot because what you've said, they are watching. And they're saying, was that coming from you, Changwe?
Most definitely was.
Musole, you're on the spot. He's watching.
Judas, is that you? Are you going to deny him? It has taken her how many minutes just to answer?
Yeah, we're waiting.
Well, I do have a boyfriend.
Boyfriend, you heard her. You better up your game. You better up your game because she is not ready to compromise.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Now let's talk to the girls, and many girls out there that are watching, ladies, not girls, that are watching you now. Obviously, the aim of this show is to inspire. The aim of this show is to encourage. The aim of this show is to bring out the best in everybody who's watching us now. Now let's talk to them who think, I'm not any better. You know, he has to do this for me. If he doesn't, then I'm not gonna achieve whatever I want to achieve, or I can't do this because he doesn't want me to do that. Let's talk to those girls.
Like ladies.
I like that. And even ladies. Yeah, lady.
I think one thing that everyone can agree with, both men and women, is you cannot expect somebody to do something for you that you can't do yourself. So if you're going out there looking for somebody who's going to provide for you things that you can't provide yourself, then you're not going to find them. You're going to have issues in every relationship that you will find. Even though it's a good guy, they're going to run away from you because you're too dependent on somebody else. So I think you're better off first being independent. Work on yourself. Once you work on yourself, you're going to easily find the person that is a perfect match for you. I'll give an example of myself. I buy myself everything. Like, I can walk to Manda here and I'm like, ooh, I like that. And I'm going to buy it myself. I'm not going to start calling people to say, oh no, I saw something. Can you please buy it for me?
What are they called again? Blessers?
Those men. So like, you need to be able to do things for yourself before you ask people around you to do it for yourself. It's the same as happiness. You can't expect somebody to make you happy when you're a sad soul. You're going to drain them. You need to know how to be happy yourself, and then somebody is going to make you even happier. Nobody can make you happy. They will make you happier.
Just to add on what she said, it just brings joy and pride to yourself when you're actually independent, when you're able to do certain things yourself. People usually say when you're making money, there's more joy in actually spending it than spending somebody else's. When you spend your own money, that's when you also tend to feel like, oh, okay, maybe this is too expensive. Or this is so great, I bought this with my own money. It brings more joy when you're independent. And when you're always waiting for somebody to provide for you, somebody who's always going to be there to get you certain things, such people tend to walk all over you because they know that you're solely dependent on them. They know that, okay, yes, exactly, it's like they own you.
So yes, you're so to them.
True.
Yeah,
So
they dangle you anytime they feel you. Come here, do that, kneel, jump, how high. Wow.
Exactly.
This is very, very interesting. Now, let's talk about what else do you do other than handmade? You know, I'm sitting and I'm thinking, oh my God, one is a relationship expert. The other one is a motivator, you know, like really inspiring me. I'm thinking, okay, what was I doing when I was your age? I know you're in the age bracket between 20 and 25, right? They you know what, they always say that you never say your age. You know, as a lady, we always reduce it. Like, is it 5 years? Five. Now, since I'm hitting that bracket, I think I need to start reducing it 5 years younger. But no, why do I want to do that? So, yeah, let's talk about, you know, you're in the age bracket between 20 and 25. And a lot of people are not thinking the way you are thinking. You know, you're always thinking ahead. You're already in the future, and you've already seen yourself to say, in the next 3 to 5 years, this is what I want to achieve. This is where I want to be. Where do you get your inspiration from?
The people I surround myself with. I feel like it's very important to know the kind of crowd you keep, to know the kind of friends that you keep, because these are people that will either motivate you or bring you down. So for me, I feel it's the people that are basically around me. These are people that inspire me because I'm like, wow, I think I want to do something even better than this, or this person just motivates me to actually do better. So it's actually the people that you keep around you, the people that motivate you and not bring you down.
If you see there's no productivity in your gatherings, then where are you going to go in life? And I think also our parents have really put in a lot of work for us to become the women that we are right now. There's a lot of encouragement. They are hardworking. and they're doing a lot of things. So to come from such a background and to be nothing is quite a shame, if I should say. Yeah, so the mentors that we have, we surround ourselves with people that are going to bring fruit to our knowledge, people that are going to make us better people, whether spiritually, intellectually. Those are the people that we surround ourselves with, and we love to learn. So if I get bored easily, if I'm seated here and somebody says 2-3 sentences, I'm already bored. If it's nothing that's making my mind.
Oh, wow. I hope this is not boring, because when we come back, we talk about what else you do other than handmade.
No, it's not.
We take a short break. When we come back, we continue talking to Musole and Changwe, the founders of Handmade. Stay with us.
Kodi mix imene imamaliza kale?
Tamaliza kale nyimbo.
Lega ndingomva pati jaina bwa.
Ende.
Iyi ndimbambande bwa.
Ndimbamba.
Chiso
Kodi sumu namveza corona.
akuti bwanji zako lazima.
Kulibe kupasana mwana wako manja. So pano funika pafupi kusamba kumanja ndi sopo olo kuyika hand sanitizer. Kodi mask muli nayo?
Mask ineyo ndimabwereka pabasipo. Conductor kapena bus driver amakhala nayo mask yobwerekesa.
Kubwerekesana mamask siku zatesa corona. So pano munthu aliyense afanika mask yake basi.
Pabasipo ndamva nalugamba nkhani ya physical distancing.
So physical distance kumafunika okhala 1 meter ndi anthu ena. Mukuchita tero tizamaliza corona.
Hai ndamva. Ndiye bwanji ningomva nyimbo yonse ndaluganiza kuti ngati mix ili bwino mwina maba nipereka ku radio.
Remember to wash your hands with soap regularly. For more information, call 909. This message is supported by the Ministry of Health in partnership with Oxfam.
Welcome back. If you're joining us now, I am talking to Musole and Changwe, the co-founders of Handmade. Now, ladies, before we went on break, I'd asked that question. What do you do? Is it just Handmade and that's it?
In between jobs.
I like that. Okay, so you're working?
Yeah, I'm working on Handmade.
Okay.
So
it's Handmade and that's it?
No.
School?
No, I actually completed my university in 2017 at UNZA. Yeah, so no school. Though I'm thinking of going back to school, but the studying though, ooh.
Okay. What were you doing at UNZA?
Public administration with development studies.
Okay.
Yes.
Nothing to do with IT. Okay, and what are you doing?
I am at school at Mulungushi, studying business administration and entrepreneurship.
Okay, so I know you said that Handmade is 24/7. So how does that work? I call you at 22. I need a plumber, or I need some work done. How does that work?
Okay, so our customer service is 24/7. Though the job getting done will be dependent on which service provider would be available or would be willing to actually do that job at such an hour. But then, like on our back end, we're actually going to help. If you give us a call, we're going to call these service providers and find out who's going to be available at what time. And if nobody's available, we'll be able to tell you to say, no, can this problem wait until maybe such and such a time, 5 hours later, this person will be available, and then we'll get to discuss and agree.
Okay, so when you say 24/7 call center, who are they calling?
The company line.
Like that. And 24/7, I can call your call center and somebody will attend to me.
Yes.
Okay, so what in terms of time allocation? I know, when I call with a job to be done, you first, push it to your service providers. That's what you said, right?
Yes.
So that you can, they can do the bidding process, yes. And then you pick the best and you give me the best.
So
how does that process long? How long does that process take? How long is that process?
The process is not long because once you just post on the platform, it's visible for the people in that skill set to view it. So I must also mention to say, if you do not qualify for the skill set that has been posted on a project, you can't bid on it. Because, you'd have people who would say, okay, I'm an electrician, but plumbing na ena kutunachta. And then, people would just be going for anything and everything. You know how humans are. They'll see a project, they're like, okay, but I need talk time. Bid on this project. So if you're not qualified for that skill set, you cannot bid on it. Because remember, there's a KYC when you're registering. It's both ways. The KYC is also for the service provider. So they get to tell us what skills they have. Once they pick those skills, they're attached to their profile. So it doesn't take long. Once you post the project, it's visible to the people in that skill set, and they'll start bidding there and then. Then you get to choose which person, yeah. Because you can post a project for 500 kwacha, and then here comes Musole and says, you know what, I'm going to do it for 100 kwacha. Somebody else comes and says 500 kwacha. So you as the client will get to choose which one. Do you want to go for the cheap one, or do you want to go for somebody that is expensive? Cheap is expensive. Yeah. So yeah, once you pick the winning bidder, they will receive a notification. And then there's also in-app messaging. You can get to message the service provider, and you get to agree to say, this is where I live, so-and-so, Woodlands, house number, whatnot. And they'll say, no, I'll be there in an hour and whatnot. So once they come there and they finish the job, you get to assess the job. Then you can complete the project now on the platform. If you, as the client, does not complete the project on the platform, the funds will not be released. So you have to make sure you're comfortable with what has been done, you're okay with it. Then you complete the project on the platform, and you get to rate the service provider. Those ratings actually appear on their profile. So you can get to see this one is a 5-star plumber because they've gotten good ratings, they've gotten good remarks. And then vice versa, the service provider also gets to rate you as a client. Because, there's some clients who are just rude for no reason.
Yeah, there's so many angry people out there.
And
for no reason at all.
Yeah. And usually when you're the one paying, you become so pompous, and you're like, you can boss people around, I'm paying you. So you can even bring me a glass of water, like such things. So you also get to rate the client. The service provider gets to rate the client. And those ratings are actually helping us in the sense that if you get bad ratings, like for a long period of time, you'll be blacklisted on our platform. Because we're not trying to send people out there that are going to come and frustrate you. Or we're not trying to send service providers to clients that are going to frustrate them. We just want people to be happy, to get the work done, and move on with their lives.
Nice. How committed are you, ladies, to HandyMate? HandyMate. How committed are you?
Very committed.
1,000%.
Nothing is going to move you away from HandyMate?
No. It's our baby.
It's our baby. We have to take care of it. Nobody else will if we don't.
Yeah. And nobody is going to be able to put the vision that we have in our minds into reality.
So is that a shared vision that you have? What is keeping you together? Because I'm not saying that you're going to go separate ways, but it does happen. But what is that one thing that draws you back, that draws you together, that draws you in this thing, where you can safely say, I'm in this for, I'm in it for 100%. I'm in it for 100%. What is that one thing that keeps you together?
That one, I think it's a common goal. Like I said, the people you surround yourself with can either break you or build you. And we know that this group of people, the 4 of us, the way we are, if we just put our minds to something, we can achieve it. So I feel like that's what's keeping us together. And also the fact that we know we may have our individual goals as well, but together as a company, we know this is what we're trying to achieve, this is what we're trying to get at, and we want to be successful in life. So basically, it's a common goal that's keeping us together, and the kind of relationship that we have. We know each other's strengths, we know each other's weaknesses, and we know that each one brings something good to the table.
I like that. Changwe, what's Musole's strength?
she's quite indefatigable. When she puts her mind to something, she's not going to stop until she gets it done.
I like that. Musole, what is Changwe's strength? We ain't going to talk about weaknesses. Let's talk about strength.
I feel like she's got one too many. Anyway, no one can have one too many.
It's me.
Like, she also does put her mind to something. When she says she's going to get it done, you're rest assured she's going to get it done. Even if it's last minute, even if it's something that she didn't initially plan to do, because she knows this is something that we're sharing, it's a shared goal. So if somebody's not able to do it, she's ready to take it up, and she brings so much to the table. She's got different kinds of ideas. She knows that, okay, she completed school, so she's more learned in certain things. There's certain things she knows that I don't know, maybe I'm going to learn them next semester. Just recently, we were looking at something to do with tax and insurance, how best we can make certain things work. And this is something that I'm supposed to learn this coming semester. But then she'll be there like, oh, this is what we're supposed to do. This is how we're going to get it done. Or there are these people that can actually help us. And I'm there like, okay, I see you. Yeah, so she actually has a lot to offer. And I feel like this is somebody I can work with, even besides handymate.
Nice. Okay, wow, I see.
Stick on the many strengths.
I like that. Now, you've talked of the four of you. Okay, so there's the two of you here. One is in South Africa. Who is the fourth one?
The fourth one is Mukumbi.
Okay.
She's my older sister.
Oh, okay.
Yes, she is currently pursuing a degree in banking and finance, and she's in her last year. Actually, she's completed, but then there are certain things that, yes, that she has to settle, so that's why she couldn't actually make it today.
Okay, great. So none of you has done IT.
No.
Do you have any intentions of at least just try and understand, how to come up with a website? What process does it take to come up with? I'm sure. I mean, the other day when I was just trying to check up on you, your website is very interactive, and I must say it's one of the best.
Ooh,
that we've
you
seen.
hear that?
It's one of the best. So none of you want to do IT and just try and understand how one can come up with such an interactive website?
I'm going to be honest with you, just like the coding, the numbers, the way, headache. But like, I think it's just about interest. Yeah. I've worked in an IT company and not once did I step that side where they were doing the coding and the whatnot. But like, when it comes to giving ideas, I'm number one. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I'm like,
I just want to get it done.
Can we try
this is where the guys come in, right?
Yes.
I want you to do this and get it done. How you do it, I don't care.
Make sure I love it. That's what I always say. This is what I want. Make sure I love it.
I like that. Oh, shame. Okay, now let's talk about you guys. Musole, what is that one thing that Zambians don't know about you?
I feel like if they don't know, they shouldn't know. Yeah, so if they don't know.
What they don't know won't hurt.
Yeah, but there's that one thing that they don't know that is just there.
That I have a great mind. I feel like they don't know that. You're yet to see it, but like, you're not ready. They're not ready.
Yeah. Something big is coming from you.
Yes.
Changwe, what is it that they don't know about you?
Probably my middle name. But
No, I think what they don't know is that I'm going places. This is just the beginning. This is nothing. Like what you have seen, this is nothing. We're just starting, right, Musole? The future is really bright. And because, yeah, we're very focused young ladies and we have the energy and the fact that we associate ourselves with people that have great minds and people that know a lot of people, so we actually do that to our advantage. Like, you need to associate yourself with people that have connections. You know, they always talk about connections. So, yeah, we associate ourselves with people that have a lot of connections to get what we want.
I like that.
Yeah.
Do you think there's hope for the young people in this country?
There is a lot.
Are there opportunities for them?
Opportunities are plenty. You can make money any day, anywhere. You just have to know how to do it better, because everything has been done. But you just need to know how to do it better than what has already been done.
Wow, I like that. Musole, if you were on your deathbed and you were given a second chance to live, what would you do differently?
I think the choices that I've made, because as you grow older, you tend to see that, okay, this that I did, it didn't really take me anywhere. Or maybe this person that I did associate with didn't help me or didn't build me the way they should have. Because everybody in life, some people come as just pass-bys. So they'll come just to maybe help you. Others will come maybe to frustrate you so that you can learn something from it. So I think the choices that I've made are what I would like to improve on, and just the people that I would practically just surround myself with.
Changwe?
Well, if I was on my deathbed today, I would probably want to sing you happy birthday, and and because you seem like a wonderful person. Like, it's the first time that I'm really having an interactive, with you, and I feel very comfortable. Yeah, so maybe we can sing you happy birthday because today's your birthday, and
Oh, wow.
we have beautiful voices. They will probably edit, but we have beautiful voices. So we as Handymate have actually put something together for you
Wow.
to celebrate your birthday.
Oh my
From
God.
our talented service providers.
So this is from
Wow.
Tisa. She's actually on the platform. If you want to spoil your loved ones, you can.
Wow, oh my God. You guys, when did you, my God.
Happy birthday to you.
Wha-
Happy birthday.
Oh my God.
To you. Happy
Oh, wow.
birthday.
Oh, you guys.
Happy birthday!
And
Surprise on your own show.
On your own show. You see, we're going places, guys. See? Her own show. And she didn't know.
No. You guys, when did you arrange for this?
Oh, don't worry about it. We have our ways.
Oh my God. Wow. Thank you so much. Oh my God. I guess this is where we have to close the show because I don't want them to see me. Oh my God. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh my God.
I think we nailed it.
Oh no. You guys. Wow. Well, this has been Mwangala Chakalashi Santos on Ignite with Mwangala. Join me for another exciting episode.